the big question that I think is on every Malaysian's minds is how well do you think our Malaysian contingent will fare this year?
I wish I had a crystal ball. Every time when I come to a show, whether it's a podcast or on TV, the same question would be asked. How do you think we'd fare? How do you think we'd fare? It's not about us, Fabian. We're not competing against each other. We're actually going to compete against the best in the region, in Asia. So I think what we need to do to even establish the fact that how well we can do, we need to first see how well are our competitors doing. Which sport, And yes, 5 years ago, some would benchmark it to what had happened 5 years ago in Indonesia in 2018. Once again, many things happened from 2018 till today. Some will use COVID as an excuse. Some will use the various lockdowns. Some will say the disruption in the world calendar, competition, so forth and so on. Nevertheless, it's been an interesting time for sports simply because you see traditional names continuing their dominance in certain sports. But you also see new faces coming up. Badminton is my best example because it's an open season. I think I've said this repeatedly. I've told you in private. I've said it on air. It's an open affair in badminton, and that was seen in the World Championship.
Yes, the recent World Championships, correct.
Yeah.
So, Haresh, yes, okay, so we are not competing with ourselves, we are competing with the best.
So to answer your question, I know I've not answered your question yet. So to answer your question, how do you think we would fare? Once again, I do not have a crystal ball. I hate projections simply because it's very naive to just simply downplay your competitors, the athletes from another nation. Yes, you need some form of target to ensure that the KPIs are met. Why? Because taxpayers' money are being used. You need to justify. But at the same time, to give a proper assessment, and I will not be able to give that proper assessment today, right now, simply because we do not have the list of who's going up against who, which sport, where, so forth and so on. So it has to be mathematically calculated. It'll be very naive for someone to come up here and say that, I think Malaysia should get 10 gold medals. What is the justification to that? Yeah? Nevertheless, there should be some form of improvement. Now, what is the basis of improvement? Is it doing better than our 7 gold medal haul? Is it breaking more personal bests, national records? So all this have to be taken into consideration. There are certain sports whereby we are lagging far behind, and no fault of the athlete. It's because of the culture we are in. We've got a lot of people who are very quick to criticize, to sit on their sofas and to tweet and so forth and so on. But how are they helping in the sports ecosystem? Are they participating? Are they involved in any way? So that's a different conversation for another day. But back to your question, no, I cannot give you a guide of how well would be fair. I do hope, as what I said at the in fact at the SEA Games, I asked and I said during the SEA Games that Malaysia's target of 40 gold medals was very bullish, simply because of the factors, simply because of the number of spots that were organized. And coming back to the Asian Games, I believe one spot, gold medal prospect, is not even contested. Bowling, correct?
Yes.
So that pretty much is where Malaysia already loses a fair chance. So can we do better than 7? I truly hope. But more importantly, I truly hope to see more personal records and more national records being broken.
Audio Plus.